the power of remaining calm and unaffected by external circumstances. In a world where stress and uncertainty often disrupt our peace, the pursuit of inner calmness and emotional resilience has become more vital than ever. Imagine navigating life's challenges, be it criticism, personal setbacks, or societal pressures, with a steady and composed mind. This is not merely a lofty ideal, but a tangible reality that can be cultivated through mindfulness and Buddhist teachings. Buddhism teaches us that true peace does not come from external conditions, but rather from within, through the cultivation of a balanced mind that remains unshaken in the face of life's difficulties. In this section, we explore how the practice of mindfulness meditation and understanding the Buddhist concept of remaining calm in turbulent times can transform our experience of the world. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment, has gained significant traction in recent years. In 2024, approximately 45 to 55% of Americans engaged in regular meditation practices, reflecting a growing recognition of its benefits. This surge in interest is not confined to any single demographic. Individuals across various age groups are embracing mindfulness as a tool for managing stress and enhancing overall well-being. The practice encourages an awareness of the present, helping individuals to detach from external events and focus on their internal responses. This mindfulness approach leads to greater emotional stability and the ability to face challenges with a calm demeanor. At its core, Buddhist teachings on emotional resilience do not advocate for suppressing emotions, but rather understanding and transforming them. Through mindfulness meditation, one becomes more aware of the arising emotions, thoughts, and sensations without becoming attached to them. For example, when faced with criticism, instead of reacting impulsively with anger or defensiveness, one can practice mindfulness to observe the thoughts arising and then choose a more constructive response. This conscious pause between stimulus and reaction is a powerful tool for remaining unaffected by external circumstances. One key principle Buddhism teaches is that we cannot control everything that happens around us, but we can control how we respond to it. This concept is illustrated in the practice of metta, or loving-kindness meditation. By regularly cultivating feelings of goodwill and compassion toward ourselves and others, we can soften our reactions to difficult situations. Metta meditation helps in developing an inner space where we can respond with kindness, even in the face of criticism or conflict, rather than reacting with anger or frustration. The goal is not to suppress or avoid negative emotions, but to cultivate the ability to face them with clarity and composure. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of acknowledging emotions like anger, fear, and sadness, not as something to avoid, but as signals of what needs attention. When we can face these emotions with a clear mind, they lose their power over us. The Buddhist principle of equanimity teaches us to maintain mental and emotional balance, even when dealing with distressing situations. In today's fast-paced, often chaotic world, it is easy to become overwhelmed by the constant noise and pressure of daily life. From personal struggles to societal expectations, many factors can disturb our peace. However, the teachings of Buddhism suggest that peace is an internal practice, one that can be nurtured by developing a resilient mindset. It teaches us to remain grounded even when faced with adversity, to embrace life's challenges as opportunities for growth, and to approach life's trials with patience and mindfulness. Overcoming fear, shame, and negative emotions. Building upon our earlier discussion about gratitude and positivity, it's essential to expand upon how Buddhism addresses the challenges posed by fear, shame, and other negative emotions. These emotions often act as barriers to personal growth and inner peace. Buddhist teachings offer profound insights into understanding and transforming these emotions, guiding individuals toward emotional freedom and tranquility. In this section, we will explore the Buddhist approach to overcoming fear, shame, and other negative emotions, and provide practical strategies for confronting and letting go of them. For instance, in moments of anxiety or fear about the future, Buddhist teachings encourage us to pause, breathe, and observe the emotion without attachment. Through mindfulness, we can develop a deep awareness of how fear arises in our body and mind, and we can consciously choose to let it pass without being controlled by it. This approach cultivates a sense of calm and emotional resilience, allowing us to face difficult situations with greater clarity and peace. Shame, too, is a powerful emotion in Buddhist practice. It is often viewed as an emotional response to actions that conflict with one's ethical values. In Buddhism, there is a concept called hiri, which refers to a sense of moral shame that arises when one's actions are not aligned with their higher ethical principles. Rather than being seen as a source of guilt or punishment, hiri serves as a tool for self-reflection. It encourages individuals to realign their actions with their values, ultimately fostering growth, self-improvement, and integrity. Furthermore, the practice of letting go of fear and shame creates a sense of freedom that allows individuals to live authentically and courageously. When we are free from the weight of these negative emotions, we can approach life with greater openness, resilience, and joy. This emotional freedom leads to greater peace of mind and a more harmonious existence. In conclusion, Buddhism offers a powerful and compassionate approach to overcoming fear, shame, and other negative emotions. Through mindfulness meditation, ethical living, loving kindness, and compassionate inquiry, individuals can transform these emotions into opportunities for personal growth and spiritual awakening. The journey of emotional freedom leads to greater resilience, inner peace, and a deeper connection with the present moment. As we move forward in this exploration of Buddhist teachings, the next section will delve into how these practices can help individuals cultivate a truly resilient and harmonious life. Conclusion: applying Buddhist principles to everyday life. As we conclude our exploration of the Buddhist teachings and their transformative impact on personal growth, it is essential to highlight how these principles can be applied to our everyday lives. The teachings of Buddhism offer a profound roadmap for cultivating inner peace, emotional resilience, and spiritual growth. By practicing these teachings consistently, individuals can experience lasting transformation, leading to a more balanced and peaceful existence. Throughout this article, we have delved into 10 core Buddhist principles that guide individuals toward emotional freedom and inner peace. These principles are not just abstract concepts. They are practical steps that can be integrated into daily life. Whether through mindfulness, gratitude, ethical living, or compassionate inquiry, these teachings offer a comprehensive framework for overcoming the challenges posed by fear, shame, and other negative emotions. They empower individuals to live more harmoniously with themselves and the world around them. Actize is the idea of letting go of attachments. Whether these attachments are to material possessions, past experiences, or future outcomes, releasing them opens the door to true freedom and inner peace. The practice of non-attachment enables individuals to navigate life's inevitable changes with grace and equanimity, instead of being overwhelmed by the fear of the unknown or regret over past actions. It's important to recognize that integrating these Buddhist principles into everyday life requires discipline and commitment. Just as physical fitness demands consistent effort, so does emotional and spiritual growth. Incorporating these principles into daily routines, through practices such as meditation, reflection, and ethical living, gradually shifts our mindset and way of being. Over time, these practices not only enhance personal well-being but also strengthen relationships, foster compassion, and contribute to a more harmonious world. To summarize, the 10 Buddhist principles explored in this article provide a practical and transformative approach to achieving inner peace, resilience, and emotional freedom. These teachings offer powerful tools for overcoming fear, shame, and negative emotions, guiding individuals toward a life of balance, harmony, and personal growth. By embracing these principles and incorporating them into our daily lives, we can experience lasting transformation and develop the wisdom and strength to navigate life's challenges with calm and clarity. As you move forward on your journey, it's essential to remember that the path to peace and resilience is not a final destination, but a continuous process. Each moment presents an opportunity to practice mindfulness, compassion, and gratitude, cultivating a life that is not only peaceful but also deeply fulfilling. May these teachings guide you toward greater peace and wisdom as you embrace the beauty of the present moment and develop the strength to live with authenticity, joy, and clarity. The role of gratitude in fostering positivity. Gratitude, as a transformative practice in Buddhism, holds a significant place in fostering positive mental states and emotional resilience. It is not just about being thankful for the good things in life, but also about learning to focus on the positive aspects of each moment, even in the midst of challenges. The power of gratitude lies in its ability to shift our focus from negativity to positivity, helping to cultivate a mindset that encourages peace, stability, and well-being. In Buddhist teachings, gratitude is viewed as a spiritual tool that can enhance the quality of one's life by promoting contentment and reducing desires. The practice of gratitude is linked to the cultivation of mudita, the Buddhist concept of sympathetic joy. This concept involves rejoicing in the happiness of others, which helps diminish feelings of jealousy, envy, and dissatisfaction. By practicing gratitude, individuals learn to recognize the beauty in life's small moments, transforming everyday experiences into opportunities for appreciation and joy. The Buddha's teachings emphasize that gratitude is not reserved for extraordinary moments, but rather it is a continual practice that can be integrated into daily life. It is through this daily mindfulness of what we have, both great and small, that we cultivate a deep sense of appreciation. By focusing on what we have, rather than what we lack, we can begin to shift our perspective, creating a more balanced and harmonious mental state. One of the fundamental aspects of gratitude in Buddhism is its role in reducing suffering. Life, by its very nature, presents challenges, from loss and disappointment to physical pain and emotional turmoil. However, by practicing gratitude, individuals can find peace even during difficult times. For example, rather than focusing on the difficulty of a situation, a Buddhist approach encourages acknowledging the lesson or the growth that comes from it. This shift in focus is vital in overcoming negative emotions like anger, frustration, and sadness. Imagine a situation where an individual faces a significant setback, like losing a job or encountering a personal failure. The initial emotional reaction may be one of anger or despair. However, by practicing gratitude, one can shift their focus to the lessons learned from the experience or the strength gained from overcoming challenges in the past. This change in perspective not only helps in reducing emotional pain, but also fosters resilience and mental fortitude. The practice of gratitude, however, requires intention and mindfulness. One practical way to cultivate gratitude daily is through the practice of keeping a gratitude journal. By writing down 3 things you are thankful for every day, you gradually shift your focus toward the positive aspects of your life. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to see the good in every situation, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. This simple habit fosters a habit of appreciation and encourages a mindset that values life's blessings. Moreover, gratitude in Buddhism is not just about the individual, but also about connecting with the collective. In communities, practicing gratitude can create a culture of support, where individuals uplift each other. When we express gratitude for the support we receive, it fosters a sense of interdependence and belonging. This communal aspect of gratitude strengthens social fabric and promotes collective resilience. Gratitude, as described in Buddhist practice, is a deep, transformative tool for both personal and collective well-being. It shifts the focus from negativity to positivity, creates emotional resilience, and strengthens relationships. Through daily practices such as gratitude journaling, mindful reflection, and acts of kindness, we can cultivate a mindset that appreciates life's blessings and faces challenges with strength and clarity. The ongoing practice of gratitude enables individuals to better navigate the complexities of life, ultimately leading to a more peaceful, harmonious existence. As we move forward in this exploration of Buddhist teachings, we will delve into how gratitude intertwines with the concept of overcoming fear and negative emotions, and how it can help individuals maintain inner peace in challenging times. Imagine a life where nothing can disturb your inner calmness. A life where even the harshest criticisms, personal problems, or the chaos around you cannot disturb your peace of mind. This might sound like an unattainable ideal, but it is exactly what Buddhism offers as a path to a steady, resilient inner world. The teachings of Buddhism are built on the understanding that our peace does not depend on external circumstances, but rather on the state of our minds. This concept of inner peace is not about escaping life's difficulties, but learning how to respond to them with balance, clarity, and mindfulness. Buddhism presents a unique perspective on resilience, one that emphasizes a deep inner strength that is unaffected by external challenges. It encourages individuals to develop emotional stability through practices like mindfulness, meditation, and self-awareness. The goal is not to suppress emotions, but to cultivate the ability to face life's ups and downs with composure, knowing that external events do not define your inner peace. This teaching helps us understand that while we cannot control the actions of others or the circumstances we face, we can control how we perceive and respond to them. In today's fast-paced, often chaotic world, it is easy to become overwhelmed by the constant noise and pressure of daily life. From personal struggles to societal expectations, many factors can disturb our peace. We are constantly bombarded with external stimuli, whether it's work stress, social media pressure, or the uncertainties of the future, and it's easy to feel like we're losing control. However, the teachings of Buddhism suggest that peace is an internal practice, one that can be nurtured by developing a resilient mindset. Buddhism teaches us that by grounding ourselves in the present moment, practicing mindfulness, and accepting the transient nature of life, we can achieve lasting peace, regardless of what happens around us. The key to this peaceful existence is found within the practice of mindfulness. Through mindfulness, we are encouraged to focus on the present moment and cultivate awareness without judgment. This is not merely about stopping negative thoughts, but about understanding them, acknowledging their presence, and choosing not to let them dictate our emotions. By focusing on the present, we can achieve a state of awareness where external distractions, such as criticism or personal problems, no longer disturb our inner balance. By learning to detach ourselves from the chaos, we are able to find peace amidst the noise. In this article, we will explore 10 fundamental Buddhist principles that can guide us toward achieving inner peace and emotional resilience. These principles are not abstract concepts but practical tools that can be applied to our daily lives, helping us manage stress, respond to criticism without reacting impulsively, and cultivate gratitude in even the most difficult situations. Each principle is an essential step toward understanding how we can shape our emotional responses, maintain calmness, and build a resilient mindset in the face of life's challenges. These principles offer a pathway to a life that is not only peaceful, but also filled with purpose and clarity. Understanding and controlling emotional responses. In Buddhist teachings, emotional responses are not to be suppressed, but understood and transformed. The Buddha emphasized the importance of recognizing emotions without allowing them to dictate our actions. This approach encourages mindful awareness and deliberate responses, rather than impulsive reactions. By being aware of our emotional responses, we can avoid letting them control our behavior and decision-making. A key aspect of emotional control in Buddhism is recognizing that emotions are natural, human experiences. They arise within us in response to our environment, circumstances, and thoughts. However, it is not the emotions themselves that cause distress, but rather our attachment to them. The Buddha teaches that by observing our emotions with a non-judgmental awareness, we can begin to detach from them. This detachment does not mean ignoring or repressing emotions, but rather allowing them to come and go without acting on them immediately. For example, when we experience anger, it is easy to be swept up by it, reacting without thinking. We might snap at someone, make hasty decisions, or even regret our actions later. However, Buddhism teaches us to pause before reacting. By taking a moment to observe our anger, we create space between the stimulus, the situation that triggered the anger, and our response. This space allows us to choose a more thoughtful, measured response, rather than reacting impulsively. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation, play a key role in cultivating both patience and self-awareness. Through meditation, we can train our minds to focus on the present moment, observing our thoughts and emotions as they arise without judgment. This practice of non-attachment allows us to experience emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. Over time, mindfulness helps us develop the ability to stay calm and centered, even in the face of stressful or emotional situations. In conclusion, Buddhism provides profound insights into emotional control, teaching us that emotions are not inherently negative but become problematic when we react without awareness. By cultivating patience and self-awareness, we can manage our emotional responses in a way that promotes peace, clarity, and emotional resilience. This approach allows us to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and composure, building a life characterized by greater emotional balance and well-being. As we continue to explore the Buddhist principles of emotional regulation, we will discover how these tools can be applied to our daily lives to enhance our overall mental health and happiness. Cultivating mindfulness and patience. Mindfulness and patience are central practices in Buddhism, with each offering powerful tools for cultivating resilience and emotional well-being. These qualities not only support individuals in managing life's challenges, but also help them maintain a steady sense of calmness and composure in the face of adversity. In this section, we will explore how mindfulness and patience function in Buddhist teachings and how they can be nurtured through daily practices. The Buddha taught that mindfulness is not limited to formal meditation, but can be integrated into daily life. Whether it is eating, walking, or even interacting with others, mindfulness can be cultivated in all aspects of life. One powerful mindfulness technique is the body scan, which involves focusing on the sensations in different parts of the body. By scanning the body from head to toe, practitioners develop a heightened awareness of their physical state, which helps them stay grounded in present. Patience, a closely related concept in Buddhism, is another key quality that fosters emotional resilience. Patience is the ability to endure difficult situations without becoming agitated or upset. It is not merely about waiting but rather maintaining a peaceful, calm demeanor during challenging circumstances. Patience allows individuals to confront adversity with grace and composure, responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. One of the most powerful ways to develop patience is through mindfulness practice. By practicing mindfulness regularly, individuals become more aware of their reactions to external events. They can observe their emotional responses, pause before reacting, and choose to respond with patience and clarity. For example, if someone experiences a delay or obstacle in their day, instead of becoming frustrated, a mindful person can take a deep breath, acknowledge the feeling of frustration, and then choose to act calmly. In addition to mindfulness and patience, Buddhism encourages cultivating self-awareness as an essential tool for emotional control. Self-awareness involves understanding one's own emotions, thought patterns, and behaviors. By developing self-awareness, individuals can identify their emotional triggers and the underlying causes of their reactions. This awareness provides them with the opportunity to transform negative emotions before they spiral out of control. One practical tip for cultivating self-awareness is to keep a daily journal. Writing down thoughts and emotions can help individuals reflect on their feelings, identify patterns, and gain insight into their emotional responses. Over time, this practice helps develop a deeper understanding of oneself, making it easier to regulate emotions and respond in a balanced way. For example, if a person feels overwhelmed by stress at work, they may notice that their thoughts tend to focus on worst-case scenarios. Through mindfulness and self-awareness, they can recognize this thought pattern and consciously shift their focus to more positive and realistic thoughts. This shift in perspective not only reduces stress, but also enhances emotional resilience, allowing the individual to face challenges with a more peaceful mindset. Another effective tool for developing mindfulness and patience is meditation. Meditation provides a structured practice for cultivating both qualities, helping practitioners to quiet the mind and focus their attention. Regular meditation sessions train the mind to be more present and less reactive, promoting emotional stability and resilience. Mindfulness meditation, in particular, involves focusing on the breath and observing thoughts as they arise without attachment. This practice encourages individuals to acknowledge their thoughts and feelings without judgment or reaction. By practicing this technique regularly, individuals can build a strong foundation of mindfulness that they can apply in everyday situations. In Buddhism, patience is also connected to the concept of equanimity, which refers to a balanced mental state in which one remains calm and composed regardless of external circumstances. Equanimity allows individuals to experience life's ups and downs without being swept away by them. It is the foundation of emotional resilience, enabling individuals to endure hardship without losing their sense of peace.